Alright guys, so shout out to my student Glenn Allen who asked a very good question about finding the cosine of 30 degrees on your calculator. So let's turn my calculator on here and you guys can see the screen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this button right here, cosine, to try and find, oops, hit the sign. Let me clear that off. I'm going to hit cosine. And then I want to put in 30 degrees because I want to know the cosine of 30 degrees. So cosine 30, and then I'm going to hit enter, and I get this answer right here, 0.866. And that's actually the correct answer for cosine of 30 degrees. But there's a little bit of a trick. You have to know if your calculator is in degree or radian mode. Because if your calculator is in radian mode and you enter cosine of 30 degrees, then you're going to get a different answer. So let me show you guys. I'm going to clear this off. Here's the clear button. And the way that this calculator changes modes in between degrees and radians is this button up here. It says DRG. So if I hit DRG, it gives me some choices. Right now my calculator is in degree mode, but I can switch it over into radian mode. So let me go ahead and do that. I'm going to switch it on over there and hit enter. So now my calculator is in radian mode. That means the number that I type in to the parentheses on the cosine, the calculator is going to think it's radians. So once again we put cosine, and I'm going to put 30 again, but now that my calculator is in radian mode, that's seeing the cosine of 30 radians, not 30 degrees, and I get 0.1543, which is correct for the cosine of 30 radians, but it's not correct for the cosine of 30 degrees. So if your calculator is in radian mode, you can still get the correct answer. You just have to put in the correct number of radians, right? So I'm going to go ahead and clear that off and hit cosine one more time. And we learned earlier how to switch from degrees to radians, since they're both units of an angle measurement. 30 degrees is pi over 6 radians, so let me go ahead and put that in here, pi divided by 6. So now I have the cosine of pi over 6 radians, and the calculator is in radian mode, and I hit enter, and let me show that to you guys, 0.866, which is, again, the correct answer. So in degree mode, I can say cosine of 30 degrees, and I get 0.866. And in radian mode, I've got to say cosine of pi over 6 radians to get 0.866. So if you're not getting the answer that you expect, make sure that you look at what mode your calculator is in first before you type in the argument of the sign. So use degrees or radians depending on the mode that your calculator is in.